Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, children.
Good morning, sir.
So, well, my dear children, just in our previous classes, we have come across the most important concept of this unit. So, here, what is cell and what are the component of cells, as well as the cell theory, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So, we came to know that the component of cells, that means to say, basically, cell wall, cell membrane, cytoplasm, and cell organelles. In the cell organelles, we might have classified into two types: membranous cell organelles and non-membranous cell organelles. So afterwards, we came across one by one, and we was studied about the cell wall. And after the cell wall, we came across a cell membrane or plasma membrane, that is also called as semi-permeable membrane. At the same time, afterwards, we came across cytoplasm, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
After cytoplasm, let's move for the next most important concept of this unit. So, well, my dear children, look here. So, here today we'll go to discuss a more and more a different kind of cell organelles that might have present in the cell ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. Now, look here. The most important concept of this unit is a nucleus. So, look here, my dear children. On the screen of your cell phone, you can observe that the structure of nucleus. Basically, nucleus is containing nucleolus, chromatin network, nuclear membrane, nuclear pore, and a rough and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So how do you say this? Because in the last year, in the 8th standard, I was explaining the structure of cell, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So, well, my dear children, look here. Basically, the nucleus is one of the most important organ, cell organelle present in the cell ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So here, depend upon the a location of nucleus, we are classified into two types. That means to say a central nucleus and peripheral nucleus. Central nucleus means nucleus located exactly at the center of the cell. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜೀವಕೋಶದ ಮಧ್ಯಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ಪೆರಿಫೆರಲ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಲೊಕೇಟೆಡ್ ನಿಯರ್ ದ ಸೆಲ್ ವಾಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಕಮ್ ಟು ದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್. ಸೊ ಲುಕ್ ಹಿಯರ್, basically if we come to the nucleus, what is nucleus means a nucleus is a control and coordination center of the cell, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So we have called that a nucleus is a control and coordination of center of the cell. But here, what is the shape of nucleus means the nucleus is spherical in shape. See here, now this is a nucleus and it is a spherical in shape. At same time, the nucleus is spherical in shape and is surrounded by the double membrane and control and regulate all the functions. So here it is a double membrane cell organelles. So here it's one of the living cell organelle, and basically we have classified the cell organelles into two types: the membranous cell organelles and non-membranous cell organelle. So well, my dear children, look here, the nucleus is a control and coordination center of the cell, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
What
Yes,
is
sir.
what is nucleus?
It's control and coordinating center of the cell.
So we have called that a control and coordination center of the cell is nothing but a nucleus. That means to say it's like a brain in the human body. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯನ ದೇಹದಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆದುಳು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸುತ್ತೋ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಷನ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸೆಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಸ್ಪೆರಿಕಲ್ ಇನ್ ಶೇಪ್. The nucleus is spherical in shape and is surrounded by the double membrane and which control and regulate all the function of the cell. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜೀವಕೋಶದ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಯಾವುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ that is nothing but a nucleus. So well, my dear children, here we know that nucleus is spherical in shape and is surrounded by double membrane and control and regulate all the function of the cell ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. Now what is the nucleus ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ already I told you nucleus is a control and coordination center of the cell which control all the activities of cell. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಜೀವಕೋಶ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಜೀವಕೋಶದ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯವನ್ನ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಯಾವುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ಲುಕ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ದ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಈಸ್ spherical in shape and is surrounded by double membrane and which control and regulate all the function of the cell. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜೀವಕೋಶದ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಯಾವುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So well, my dear
Yes,
children,
sir.
basically the nucleus contains dense bodies called as nucleolus or nucleoli. Nucleoli ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. Look here the cursor is moving on the screen. Now the blue color, a ball like small, a dense body is there. I have to be labeled there as a nucleolus. ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ nucleolus ಅಂತ ಲೇಬಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. Nucleolus means a dense body, a small dense body located inside the nucleus. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ನ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತ ಒಂದು a rounded a spherical shaped dense body ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. That dense body is called as a nucleolus or nucleoli. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So well, my dear
Yes,
children,
sir.
look here, the nucleus contains a network of thread-like structure is called as chromatin network, so which contain DNA. So look here, my dear children, here inside the nucleus you can notice a small thread-like structure. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಲಸ್ ನ ಒಳಗಡೆ ದಾರದ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ತೆಳುವಾದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಎಳೆ ಕಾಣ್ತಿದೆ, ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ, a red color one.
Yes, sir.
So that thread-like structure, ನೋಡಕ್ ದಾರ ಇದ್ದಂಗಿದೆ. Okay, nucleus contain a network of thread-like structures. That network of a thread-like structure is called as chromatin network. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ chromatin network ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So already I told you about the nucleus and what is the shape of the nucleus and what the function of it. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಲಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಲಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ living contain a dense bodies. A nucleus contain a dense bodies is called nucleolus or nucleoli ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. Same time here that nucleus not only contain a nucleolus, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಲಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ which also contain a network of thread-like structures. That network of thread-like structure is called as what? Chromatin network. What is chromatin network?
It network of thread-like structure called chromatin network.
Of course, you complete it. A nucleus, where it is present. A network of thread-like structure present in the nucleus. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ನ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಏನೋ ದಾರದ ರೀತಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಒಂದು network of a thread-like structure present in the nucleus is called as chromatin network. So, well, my dear children, the nucleus contains a network of thread-like structures called chromatin network ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಆ chromatin network ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ which contain DNA. DNA means deoxyribose nucleic acid. What is DNA?
Deoxyribonucleic acid.
Wrong. Deoxyribose nucleic acid. Nucleic acid. Darshan Kyar, what is DNA? What is DNA? Darshan? Mala, what is DNA? Mala, speak out. DNA ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀಕಾಂತ್?
Sir, deoxynucleic acid.
ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀಕಾಂತ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ದರ್ಶನ್ ಕೇರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಾಲಾ ಇಬ್ಬರು ನಾನು ಈಗ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಂದ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ನಾಟ್ ಸ್ಪೋಕನ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ deoxyribose nucleic acid. Deoxyribose nucleic acid. Yes, Jeevan, what is chromatin network?
Chromatin network condenses or breakdown into chromosomes during cell division, which are referred as vehicles of heredity.
ಬುದ್ಧಿವಂತರಲ್ಲಿ ಬುದ್ಧಿವಂತರೇ, ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋದು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಕ್ರೊಮ್ಯಾಟಿನ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕ್ರೊಮ್ಯಾಟಿನ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್? ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಈಗ ನಾನು. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕ್ರೊಮ್ಯಾಟಿನ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್?
Chromatin network which contains the DNA.
Wrong. You're wrong.
Nucleus contain a network of thread-like structure is called chromatic network.
Very good. Who is that?
Sir Mala.
Yes. Very good, Puta. So nucleus contain a network of thread-like structure is called chromatin network. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ನ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ a network of thread-like structure ಇರುತ್ತೆ. That a network of thread-like structure is called chromatin network. What that contain ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ chromatin network contain DNA. ಆ ಒಂದು chromatin network ಅಲ್ಲಿ DNA ಇರುತ್ತೆ. DNA means deoxyribose nucleic acid. Hari Krishna, what is DNA? Hari Krishna, what is the expand form of DNA?
Deoxyribonucleic acid.
Not deoxy, deoxy. Repeat.
Deoxyribonucleic acid.
Deoxyribose nucleic acid. Well, my dear children, let's move further. So I told you the nucleus contain a network of thread-like structure is called chromatin network, which contain DNA ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. That means deoxyribose nucleic acid. So look here, the chromatin network condenses or break down into the chromosomes. ಅಂದ್ರೆ in future ಮುಂದೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ what the chromatin network is present in the nucleus. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕ್ರೊಮ್ಯಾಟಿನ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ದಟ್ ಕ್ರೊಮ್ಯಾಟಿನ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಈಸ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಡೌನ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ವಾಸ್ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಯು ಇನ್ ದ 8th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್. ಹೇಳಿದ್ ನೆನಪಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? 8th ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ.
Yes, sir.
ಸೊ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್? ಕ್ರೊಮ್ಯಾಟಿನ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಡೌನ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ವೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಡೌನ್?
Sir, at the time of cell division.
At the time of cell division. Very good, Puta. During the time of cell division, what happen means the chromatin network has break down into chromosomes antini. So chroma and zoma. What's the meaning of chroma and zoma? I was told you in the 8th standard. Chromatin network means we know it's a network of a cell membrane ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ if you come to the chromatin network, that means to say the nucleus contain a thread like structure is called chromatin network ಅಂದ್ರೆ that contain DNA ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. Afterwards future ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, that chromatin network break down into chromosome, ಅದು chromosome ಆಗಿ break down ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. So chromosome means chroma means color, zoma means body. So it's a colored body. At the same time, we have to be called as chromosome is a vehicles of heredity ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ನೆನಪಿದೆಯಲ್ವಾ? Chromosome is a vehicles of heredity ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. Did you understand that point in the last in 8th standard?
Yes, sir.
What is heredity?
Sir.
What is heredity?
So transformation of characters from one generation to another generation.
Very good. Transformation of characters from one generation into the another generation is called heredity ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. What happened during the cell division ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೋಶ ವಿಭಜನೆ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಜೀವಕೋಶ ಎರಡು ಜೀವಕೋಶ ಆಗಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. We can call it as a cell division. ನಾವು ಸೆಲ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. Cell divide ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ one mother cell has get divided into two daughter cell. At the same time the two daughter cell divided into four daughter cell, 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 16 ಹಾಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Look here my dear children, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೋಶ ವಿಭಜನೆ ಆಗುವಂತ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರೊಮ್ಯಾಟಿನ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಅಂತ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಕ್ರೊಮ್ಯಾಟಿನ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕಂಡೆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಡೌನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಡೌನ್ ಆಗಿ ವಿಚ್ ಮೇ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಇಂಟು ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ರೊಮ್ಯಾಟಿನ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್?
Yes, sir.
What does
Yes, sir.
chromosome contain? Chromosome ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಿ?
Yes, sir.
Chromosome
So
ಅಲ್ಲಿ
DNA.
ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್.
DNA.
Chromosomes contain DNA. So chromosomes ಅಲ್ಲಿ DNA ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So DNA ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ? What DNA contains?
Sir, genetic material.
What it contain? ಅದು ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್. ಬಟ್ DNA ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡೋಣ.
Sir, nucleic acid.
No. DNA contains genes, the basic fundamental unit of heredity. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಗುಣಗಳು ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಮತ್ತೆ ಮೊಮ್ಮಕ್ಕಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ we have to be called as a basic fundamental unit of heredity, nothing but that's a genes ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಆ ಜೀನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ DNA ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. DNA ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ರೊಮ್ಯಾಟಿನ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಕ್ರೊಮ್ಯಾಟಿನ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So well, my
Yes,
dear
sir.
children, basically the chromatin network has breakdown into chromosome during cell division, which are referred as a vehicles of heredity. Heredity means transformation of characters from one generation into another generation. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಪೀಳಿಗೆಯಿಂದ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಪೀಳಿಗೆಗೆ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಗುಣಗಳು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಅನುವಂಶೀಯತೆ ಅಂತೀವಿ ಅಥವಾ ಹೆರಿಡಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್. ಆ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ರೊಮ್ಯಾಟಿನ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಇಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್? ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ chromatin network has break down into chromosomes. That chromosome contains DNA. DNA contains genes which can carry characters from parents to children. Could you say anyone how many chromosomes in the man? How
Sir,
many?
44.
40?
Sir, 36.
46 chromosomes. So
Yes, sir.
ಮನುಷ್ಯನಲ್ಲಿ 46 chromosomes ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Of course, my dear children, in the chromosomes, basically we are classified into two types. Which are the two type of chromosomes? ಹೇಳಿದೆ.
Male determining chromosomes and female determining chromosomes.
Autosomes and allosomes ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. Autosomes means a pair of chromosomes, okay, and allosomes means a chromosomes which has carries the character from parent to children ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
There is a 23 pair of chromosomes in the man ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. Let's move for the next concept of this unit, function of nucleus. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ ದ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರೀಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸೆಲ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರೀಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜೀವಕೋಶದ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಸಂತಾನೋತ್ಪತ್ತಿ. ಸಂತಾನೋತ್ಪತ್ತಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ producing the same kind of one. Already told you at the time of cell division, ಒಂದು ಜೀವಕೋಶ ಎರಡು ಜೀವಕೋಶ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ತಾಯಿ ಜೀವಕೋಶನ ಎರಡು ಮರಿ ಜೀವಕೋಶ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ ಟು ಸೇ ದಟ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ನ ಕೆಲಸ ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿಚ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರೀಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೆಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್?
Yes, sir.
At the same time, the chromosomes what are present in the cell ಅಂದ್ರೆ in the nucleus ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು chromosomes ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಆ chromosome ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ which responsible for hereditary character, heredity. That means to say that the chromosomes carries parents character into the children. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ತಾತ ಮುತ್ತಾತನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಗುಣಗಳನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಮೊಮ್ಮಕ್ಕಳಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್. ಆ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ that chromosomes are present in the nucleus. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
At the same time, we have
Yes, sir.
the nucleus, the dense body present in the nucleus. A dense body present in the nucleus is called nucleolus. The nucleolus stores proteins. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಲಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ನ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. which will store the protein. Note on the point first. Point note down ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Note on that point first. Note on the point first.
Oh, sir.
Okay, wait. Just wait a moment. So well, my children, have you noted down the points?
Over, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So let's listen. What is the function of nucleus in depth? So well, my dear children, just listen carefully. Here it will go to explain that what is the function of nucleus. ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಸೈಲೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ. Just listen here.
Science. In this video, I'd like to look at the nucleus. I've always heard that the nucleus is the brain of the cell. But why is it the brain? And what are the major parts of the nucleus? The nucleus is a large organelle. In fact, you can see the nucleus with a compound microscope. Here it is inside the cheek cell. I'd like to look at four main components of the nucleus. First, the nuclear membrane, nuclear pores, nucleoplasm, and the nucleolus. The nucleus is surrounded by a nuclear membrane, and this is very similar to the cell membrane, and it is also composed of two layers. It protects and houses the other parts of the nucleus. You can also find ribosomes on the outside of the nuclear membrane. Up next are the nuclear pores. These are openings found on the nuclear membrane. They allow items to move in and out of the nucleus. An example would be messenger RNA.
You are heading through a nuclear pore and into the plant cell nucleus. The nucleus is home to a plant's DNA. Like meters and meters of cell blueprints, the DNA make the plant what it is.
Nuclear plasm is a gel-like or watery material found inside the nuclear membrane. You will find the DNA suspended in the nucleoplasm. The nucleolus is almost like a nucleus inside the nucleus. It has a very high concentration of DNA. It is also the site of transcription, which is the starting point in protein synthesis. This is how the nucleus controls the cell. It has all the information on how to make the stuff like proteins for the cell. These proteins are used for many purposes inside the cell. Ribosomes are also made at the nucleolus. All eukaryotic cells have a nucleus, and bacteria and other prokaryotic cells do not have a nucleus. Hope that helps. Thanks for watching, and moving.
Are you listened?
Yes, sir.
Again, I can play the video. Again, listen once again. Okay, note on the points again.
Welcome to Moo Math and Science. In this video, I'd like to look at the nucleus. I've always heard that the nucleus is the brain of the cell. But why is it the brain? And what are the major parts of the nucleus? The nucleus is a large organelle. In fact, you can see the nucleus with a compound microscope. Here it is inside a cheek cell. I'd like to look at four main components of the nucleus. First, the nuclear membrane, nuclear pores, nucleoplasm, and the nucleolus. The nucleus is surrounded by a nuclear membrane, and this is very similar to the cell membrane, and it is also composed of two layers. It protects and houses the other parts of the nucleus. You can also find ribosomes on the outside of the nuclear membrane. Up next are the nuclear pores. These are openings found on the nuclear membrane. They allow items to move in and out of the nucleus. An example would be messenger RNA.
You are heading through a nuclear pore and into the plant cell nucleus. The nucleus is home to a plant's DNA. Like meters and meters of cell blueprints, the DNA make the plant what it is.
Nucleoplasm is a gel-like or watery material found inside the nuclear membrane. You will find the DNA suspended in the nucleoplasm. The nucleolus is almost like a nucleus inside the nucleus. It has a very high concentration of DNA. It is also the site of transcription, which is the starting point in protein synthesis. This is how the nucleus controls the cell. It has all the information on how to make the stuff like proteins for the cell. These proteins are used for many purposes inside the cell. Ribosomes are also made at the nucleolus. All eukaryotic cells have a nucleus, and bacteria and other prokaryotic cells do not have a nucleus. Hope that helps. Thanks for watching. And Moo Math uploads a new math and science video every day.
Any doubt in this?
No, sir.
So, well, my dear children, is here we have to
No, sir.
come across the most important concept of the nucleus. So, here we observe the what is the structure of nucleus also, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
What
Yes,
nucleus
sir.
contain? What nucleus contain? Nucleus.
Sir,
Yes, tell me, Putta.
nuclear membrane, nuclear pores.
Hmm. Yes, tell.
Sir, nucleoplasm and nucleolus.
Very good. So, well, my dear children, basically we have came across a nuclear pore, nuclear membrane, nuclear plasm, nucleolus, chromatin network. Now, all these are the different content that might have present in the nucleus. So, basically, the major function of a nucleus anta bandaga, the nucleus responsible to regulates growth and reproduction of cell anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. The second one, chromosomes are the bearers of hereditary characters. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು heredity ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, that means to say that the transformation of character from parent to children because of chromosome. Now that chromosomes are present in the nucleus. Is it clear?
Yes,
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 sir.
At the same time, we came across the most important concept here. The nucleolus stores protein. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಲಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, that nucleolus will go to store the proteins ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. Any doubt in this?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Now let's move for the next concept of this unit. Look here. Lysosomes. So, well, my dear children, I am discussing the next one more component of the cell, that is lysosome. So, already we completed a nucleus. Now we having lysosome ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. Lysosome ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ, the lysosome is a living sac-like vesicles with proteinaceous matrix is called lysosome ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. So, nucleus is a living component. And what I am discussing now, lysosome also living component. That means to say that which having life. So I already told you, membranous and non-membranous cell organelle. In that also, now we have to be classified two types: living and non-living component of cell. The first, what I was discussed, that is a nucleus. The nucleus is a living component, and not now what I am discussing here, lysosome. Lysosome is also a living component. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what is lysosome anta bandaga, it's very simple concept. Lysosome is a living sac-like vesicles. A living sac-like vesicles with proteinaceous matrix. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ proteinaceous matrix ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Just you can observe the picture of lysosome on the screen of your cell phone. Now the structure of lysosome ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, and which having the, now just that has label, the arrow mark is there, a bluish color, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
it is a living sac-like vesicle. It is a living sac-like vesicle with proteinaceous matrix is called lysosome. What is lysosome ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Lysosome ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ, it is a living sac-like vesicles with proteinaceous matrix is called lysosome ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Basically we can call lysosome is a suicide bags. ಆತ್ಮಹತ್ಯಾ ಚೀಲಗಳು ಅಂತೀವಿ. So already I was explained this in 8th also. 8th ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ ನಾನು, lysosome is a suicide bags ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Why? Because due to the presence of hydrolytic enzyme. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು enzyme ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Note down the point. Name of the enzyme is a hydrolytic enzyme. So ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು enzyme release ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Name of the enzyme is a hydrolytic enzyme. Due to the presence of hydrolytic enzyme, what happen means the lysosome will eat the cell itself, which digest the cell. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜೀವಕೋಶದ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇದ್ದು ಜೀವಕೋಶವನ್ನೇ ತಿನ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಜೀವಕೋಶದ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇದ್ದು ಜೀವಕೋಶನೇ ಜೀರ್ಣ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಎಂಜೈಮ್ ಇದೆ. The name of the enzyme is a hydrolytic enzyme. So we know our body is a cell. Now for example, imagine that the body of you is a cell. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ದೇಹ ಒಂದು ಸೆಲ್ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ದೇಹದ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನು ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಕಿಡ್ನಿ ಅಂತ, ಆ ಕಿಡ್ನಿನ ನಾನು ಲೈಸೋಸೋಮ್ ಅಂತೀನಿ. ಆ ಕಿಡ್ನಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ ಬಾಡಿನ ತಿಂದಾಕುತ್ತೆ. ತಿಂದಾಕಿದ್ ನಿಮ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಇರುತ್ತಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿ?
No, sir.
No. So that's why I call that lysosome is a suicide bag. Suicide bag ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆತ್ಮಹತ್ಯಾ ಚೀಲ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಆತ್ಮಹತ್ಯೆ ಚೀಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜೀವಕೋಶದ ಒಳಗಡೆನೆ ಇದ್ದು ಜೀವಕೋಶವನ್ನೇ ತಿನ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. So why it happen? Due to the presence of hydrolytic enzyme. Due to the presence of hydrolytic enzyme, what happen means lysosome is called suicide bag because due to the presence of hydrolytic enzyme which digest the cell itself. Which digest the cell itself. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜೀವಕೋಶದ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇದ್ದು ಜೀವಕೋಶವನ್ನೇ ತಿನ್ನುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಸೆಲ್ ಆರ್ಗನಲ್ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲೈಸೋಸೋಮ್. is a 2 mark question for you. Why do we call lysosome is a suicide bag ಅಂತಾರೆ? ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ the lysosome is called suicide bag because due to the presence of hydrolytic enzyme. What is the name of the enzyme?
Hydrolytic enzyme.
Very good. Hydrolytic enzyme which digests the cell itself. Lysosome is called a suicide bag because due to the presence of hydrolytic enzyme which digests the cell itself. So we have to call it is a suicide bag. Before that I explained you what is lysosome anta bandaga. Lysosome is a living sac-like vesicle. Living sac-like vesicle with proteinaceous matrix. With proteinaceous matrix is called lysosome. Rekha, what is lysosome?
Sir, lysosome is a living sac-like vesicles with proteinaceous matrix.
Very good. A living sac-like vesicles with proteinaceous matrix. So it is called as a lysosome. Darshan Kar, why do we call lysosome is a suicide bag?
Because due to presence of hydrolytic enzyme which digest the cell itself.
Very good, Puta. So here it's clear for you. Lysosome anta bandaga, it's very simple concept. A living sac-like vesicle with proteinaceous matrix is called lysosome. It is also called as a suicide bag because due to the presence of hydrolytic enzyme which digests the cell itself. Any doubt in this?
No, sir.
Let's move for the next concept of this unit, ribosomes. Look on the screen. You can observe the picture of ribosome on your cell phone. So ribosome ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. So ribosome ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ look here. Basically ribosome is a living single walled dense spherical body. What is ribosome? It is a living one. It's a living cell organelle. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈಸೋಸೋಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 cell membranous ಇತ್ತು, ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗುತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ a single wall. It's a single walled dense spherical body mainly made up of RNA is called ribosome. Note on the point, what is ribosome anta bandaga? It's very simple. A living single walled dense spherical body. A living single walled dense spherical body mainly made up of RNA. Mainly made up of RNA is called ribosome. Okay, children, stop writing. Listen first. ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಪಾಠ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ?
Yes.
Yes, because
Yes,
I
sir.
have only 30-second time, so I will continue the ribosome in the next class. Before that, we came across the nucleus. What nucleus is made up of? What is the function of nucleus? What is chromatin network? What is nucleolus? Everything. Afterwards, we came across lysosome also. It's a suicide bag, isn't it? Any doubt in this concept?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, Buta. I will send the homework in a group. All of you answer and send me back.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Puta.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir.
Thank you. Bye.